96-year-old Jack Ivey jumping jacks in a hand right now. After the flop, his grandson Seth Harold by his side.
I'll bet one.
Jack bets 1,000 on the flop of 6-6-7.
You don't want to just get them all in?
In a hand against Steven Friedlander, who moves all in.
You want them?
You might as well just get them all in.
Hey, don't push around my man, Jack Ivey.
Jack gonna make the call. Yeah, puts himself at risk. Friedlander shows a full house. This might be it for Jack Ivey.
You're in trouble.
Show us.
He's in trouble right now.
Show us.
Go ahead, turn around.
Turn over.
Turn over.
Show us.
Pocket size for a better full house.
And Jack Ivey will survive this all-in unless the last 6 of the deck hits.
That's a 4 on the turn. He's still good. River card's a deuce, and Jack Ivey doubles up.
I can't wait until I'm 96 years old, have the best hand, and slow roll some punk half my age. You go, Jack.
Brewer's got that look.
He does jam. Martirosyan will snap it off, and here we go.
Need a 7.
Brewer in some trouble.
Paying off a 7.
But if he finds a way, he has his first World Series of Poker bracelet. Will the script flip once more? Or is it Brewer's time to be on the right side of a bad beat?
Is what I'm feeling. Me too, actually.
King 9-5.
6.
Does not look good for Chris Brewer. Martirosyan in fantastic shape to find the double and take a 2-1 chip lead. The turn is the 8 of spades. Martirosyan has the king of spades in his hand. Brewer could find a 6. If he does, the bracelet is his. Needs a 6 that's not a spade. Oh! And finds the 6 that's not a spade! The bracelet is Brewer's. Think of all the beats. Think of all the bubbles.
Here comes Ryan Lang again trying to bust him. And Jungle picks up a good hand.
See what happens.
But he's going with a flat. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a big one.
King Queen against Ace 5, a Broadway Gutty against top pair, advantage Lang.
Wow, Lang checks this flop and Jungle bets for value. Interesting situation.
Really unorthodox line being taken by Lang here, inducing Jungle to take initiative. He took his one shot on the flop for a small bet, does not fire in position on the river, and now Jungle has hit the king, and Lang comes out swinging.
All in.
Raise all in. How much is it? I mean, I'm never good here.
Wow, it's
Would you make like
300
kings
more.
and 7s or something?
9. Jungle just thinks he has the best hand with a king here. Oh my gosh.
So sick, because I'm never good, but like, how can I ever...
Is Ryan really thinking of folding after taking this unorthodox line?
It's only 300,000 more to call. He's getting 11 to 1.
Save one bet.
Crazy.
8.5.
All he has to do is click call, getting an insane price here, Chris, and Jungle's done.
Yeah, and Jungle thinks he has the nuts with King Queen the way this hand was played. This is crazy. Oh my God. Wow.
Let me get him to table this one.
Oh, wow.
Jungle can't believe it. What just happened?
What just happened is that
Why did he do that?
Ryan Lang
Jungle can't believe it.
Nice hand, Jungle. Yeah.
Over to Chris Moneymaker. And he's going to raise 6,000 to Johnny Chan.
He will raise with the ace-8 suited.
Again, Johnny Chan having to make something happen. Maybe a little desperation in this former champion's eyes. Who knows? He's got a king 5 suited.
And this is a good flop for Moneymaker, because he has the top pair of aces, plus the ace flush draw. Johnny has a lower flush draw, so that's irrelevant, and he also has a straight draw with a 2. Much better cards for Chris Moneymaker right here.
And it looks like Chris Moneymaker is fully aware of that, and he's going to bet to Johnny Chan. And Johnny has to make something happen. He is going to raise back to Moneymaker.
$7,000.
Yeah, Chris Moneymaker, about a 2-to-1 favorite. Excuse me. He would actually be much more than the 2-to-1 favorite right now with the nut flush draw and the pair of aces against Johnny. Johnny's raise makes him take his glasses off.
55, 60,000.
Oh, Moneymaker asking Chan what he's got right there is more of an irritant. It really comes from a position of power in this player. Moneymaker, who's puffed himself up to be on the same level as the great Johnny Chan.
So Johnny Chan just on a draw here. He's thinking maybe because Chris was on the button, he was overplaying his hand, didn't have much. But as we know, Chris has the pair of aces and the ace flush draw.
Well, the rest of the players have left the table for the break, and right now we have the perfect player against the amateur of amateur, mano a mano, in this hollowed-out poker ring.
I'm all in.
Ah, so there you have it. Chris Moneymaker laying down the challenge to Johnny Chan.
And he thinks he has the best hand, and he does. And to me, this is going to be tough for Johnny to call. When you go all in, you want to have the best hand. You just don't want to be on a draw. All Johnny has right now is a draw. I'd be surprised if he goes any further.
All right, you got it, you got it.
Johnny's going to put it on the line.
I need a heart, dealer.
Johnny's best chance is a deuce for a straight.
Oh, yeah, man, bad shape. All right, put a deuce up there.
No deuce.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. The turn card, a 9 of hearts, and that's going to do it. Chris Moneymaker with the ace-high flush takes down Johnny Chan.
Wow, this is like Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson. The two-time champion goes down in a heartbeat. Sometimes even the perfect player has imperfections. He put all his chips at risk on a draw. All he had was a draw, and now he's going to have to go home.
Chris?
I feel a connection with McManus because both of us write for a living.
Well, the difference being, Norm, he can actually write.
Can I see you outside, Lon?
Jim McManus acts with a queen 10 suited, bets 10,000.
I want to see you outside.
So Alex is going to call, and the feud will continue between Alex and Jim McManus. Here comes the flop. It's a bunch of undercards. Alex in the lead with a king high to the queen high for McManus.
Yeah, no help for either one. Neither with a hand now, and both have checked.
On the turn now. And the 7 pairs aboard. McManus with a spade draw.
Alex will take a stab at the pot with no hand. McManus should be raising or folding right here, but he has called.
The river card's a 5 of diamonds. And you see the check mark. Powers has the hand 1. Should he not fold? And he bets.
He's actually bluffing with the best hand, king high. Right now, McManus probably could take this pot down if he decides to raise Alex. I got to believe Alex would lose it.
McManus only calls.
Wow, he called.
Oh, king wins? Oh. You call me with a jack high?
Well, actually, Alex misread Jim's cards. He had a queen high.
It's amazing he called that, though.
Alex Powers takes another pot.
He called me with a jack high. He called me with a jack high.
Alex should be cackling.
Hey, he's so mad at me. He called with jack high. He is so mad. He called with jack high.
You got him on tilt, baby. You got him where you want it. You got the table tilted.
He's so mad he called with jack high. Can you believe that? I ain't never called a guy with jack high in my whole life. I've been playing cards for 30 years. I ain't never called a guy with jack high.
It was actually a queen high.
Back to the drawing board.
Daniel's drawing board is pretty small right now.
And with that double up, Mike Sexton now is the leader by 1.2 million chips. And Sexton with pocket aces. And he will limp in. Queen Jack of Hearts for Negreanu.
Daniel with a good hand, too, and at a bad time.
And he'll raise it up. 64,000 total. It would cost Sexton 40,000 more to make the call. But he's going to do more than that. A re-raise to 220,000.
I don't know if Daniel is pained by the raise or just exhausted.
Tom Sexton watching his brother play these pocket aces.
Well, every step Daniel makes now is crucial because of his dwindling chip stack.
Daniel makes the call, cost him 180,000. Sexton with a big lead with those 2 aces going to the flop. The flop is 8-4-10, no hearts. Daniel did get a straight draw.
I'm all in.
And moves all in on the draw.
Wow.
He is all in. I call.
Sexton calls.
You got it? You got a big pair? I need a 9.
And this could be it.
Got my queen jack again.
Daniel sort of channeling Mike Matusow a bit here. That previous hand, I could see him calling the all-in on a diamond draw.
Cold decks came your way, brother. Every cold deck.
But going all in here on just a gut shot straight draw, plus Sexton had come over the top of him before the flop.
Or an ace in the turn would be good. Then a king helps. A jack. A lot of cards. 9 would be best, though. 9 of hearts? That's a good one. Yeah, I think a 9 might come. I'm going to sit back down.
Daniel's tired of talking, and he's covered all his bases.
2 across. Team Sexton looking for low cards on the turn.
Come on. Ball.
Mike Sexton on the verge of a title.
Okay, here comes our turn.
And now the turn card. Oh, it's an ace.
Yes.
That's not as good as they might think.
King or a 9. They like that card. That was a good one for me.
Yeah, Daniel re-energized.
Here comes the king now.
Daniel's got a double belly buster straight draw.
I heard a lot of screaming for the ace. Put a king out there. King or a 9. That would be sick if a king comes. Oh, that one.
Negrano talked himself out, discussing the outs. He's going to need a king or a 9, or Mike Sexton is the Tournament of Champions winner.
And now the river card. It's an 8.
Whoa.
Sexton has done it.
Congratulations, man.
Mike Sexton is the 2006 Tournament of Champions winner.
You know, actually, Ivey is a champion moocher. He eats all day and he never reaches into his pocket.
Ivey may reach here. He's got ace-king.
I'm all in.
And he does move all in for about $6.5 million.
Phil Ivey's all in. It's casual and cool.
All right, let's see how the rest of this final table reacts. Folded to Shulman. He lays it down now to Darvin Moon in the big blind. He has an ace. Ace-queen. Darvin takes a big swallow. He looks more nervous than Ivey, who has all his chips in the middle.
Well, Phil needs a double up, so I don't think he'd mind hearing ace-queen come on in.
A call.
A call from Darvin Moon to put Phil at risk, but Ivey with the better hand and a chance to double through one of the big stacks. Crowd certainly behind Phil Ivey here.
Lucky apple.
Darvin's family hoping that it's a rotten apple. Darvin has always said these guys can outplay him, so with all the chips in pre-flop, that might be his best chance against the likes of Phil Ivey.
Even if Ivey doubles up, he would still be one of the short stacks, but it would be a move in the right direction. The top poker pros hoping one of their own can hang on.
We're all cheering for a king.
Well, we know Phil is cheering for a king, and I can only assume Darvin is looking for a queen.
Yeah, that queen would put a hurt on Phil.
Good hand. Good luck. Good hand? He said good hand. It's a good hand. Better than mine, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
They're pretty friendly foes.
I'm sorry, Lon, I have to. Ivey, Ivey, Ivey.
All right, Ivey at risk with his ace-king against the ace-queen of Darvin Moon. This entire theater on their feet, anxiously awaiting this flop. Phil Ivey all in. Here's the flop. Oh, and there's a queen! And that sends a dagger through the hopes of Phil Ivey.
My goodness. We're going to need a medic to the broadcast booth.
Not many are celebrating that queen, but the Moons certainly are.
How do they put right in the window?
Mike the Mouth just read my mind. In 2003, everyman Chris Moneymaker took out Ivey with ace-queen. Now, 6 years later, another everyman, Darvin Moon, is poised to take out Ivey with ace-queen again.
All right, the turn card now. Ivey needing help. The tray of clubs is no help.
Close.
He still has a sense of humor.
Phil possibly in the middle of his main event demise. He takes it matter-of-factly. If it has to be anyone, I guess I'm glad it's Darvin Moon who's doing the deed.
Phil Ivey staring elimination right in the face.
Ivey needs a king and a king only, or his 2009 main event is over.
River card is a 5, and that will do it. Phil Ivey eliminated in 7th place from this 2009 main event.
Darvin slays Goliath.
Everyone in the Penn and Teller Theater standing in salute. Quite a testament to Ivey's almost limitless skills that he was favored by many despite his severe chip disadvantage. Action on Merson on the button. Queen Jack of hearts. And he limps in for 800,000. The small blind, Sylvia, 10 of spades, 9 of clubs. And Jesse, wow, what is this, a holiday truce of the raising wars? Just a call. Queen 10 for Balsiger in the big blind.
Well, we saw Greg Merson limping on the button. That used to be a sign of inexperience or weakness. Now it's a sign of creativity or mixing it up.
The big blind Balsiger says enough of this. 3.7 million is his raise.
Well, Balsiger with a little squeeze play here, sensing weakness.
Back to Merson now.
Looks like Greg has other ideas.
There's a call for 2.9 million more before Sylvia gets out of the way.
Balsiger's raise there would take down the pot pre-flop a lot of the time, not this time.
It's Greg Merson. It's a 10 million chip lead on Balsiger. Both with 2 overcards to the board. Merson's kicker has him ahead. Jake first to act. Both have gut shots to a queen high straight.
At Arizona State, Balsiger is majoring in political science with a minor in continuation betting science.
And he has learned a continuation bet of 4.5 million. Often will take the pot down, but not against Greg Merson, apparently.
Once again, I would have thought that bet would end this thing most of the time. Not this time.
There's a call from Greg. So, 17.5 million chips up for grabs. And we're just going to the turn card. 4 of hearts now. No help to Balsiger. Merson does pick up a flush draw.
Both these guys still without a hand.
Balsiger with guts, 7.5 million.
You're right, Lon. Balsiger's 21, and most of the time when he acts, the chip leader and the best player at the table is acting right behind him. This kid shows a lot of poker heart.
Balsiger started the hand with 70 million, Merson with 80 million.
Well, Merson's not giving up on the pot. Of course, he doesn't know it, but he's a 93% favorite right now.
There's the call. 32.5 million chips in the middle.
Jake has to squirm a little bit now. He's got nothing.
River card, 6 of spades, no flush or straight for Merson, but his jack kicker makes him best. But can he believe that?
No. Jake right now is thinking in for a dime, in for 30 or 40 times. He knows he can't win unless he bets at it again.
Wow, he's going to test Greg further. 13 million straight.
Well, I got to believe firing this third barrel is going to work.
Jesse Sylvia, a very interested observer, as is Phil Ivey.
Merson doesn't usually Hollywood it. I would have thought he would have folded here immediately.
On.
What was that?
On.
Oh, my. Jake gave it the college try, but folds.
And Merson shows what he thinks is a bluff. Merson channels his inner Ivey with that one.
Go ahead. Check. Raise.
38.
Bet everything.
Joe is going all in. Trying to figure out if all my draws are live. If they're all live, then I'm actually a small dog. I know my straight flush is live.
Let's see. Have a look back. Oh yeah, straight flush live.
Straight flush is live for sure. I know that. Wow, how much is in the middle?
114. Straight flush live.
Which covers you, I think.
I'm just doing pot odds in my head. How much is in the middle? 114? Set, Chow?
I'm not gonna tell him nothing.
Set in a flush draw?
I know that what.
Give a chump a chance. Come on.
Poker's nice. Right? I love to play poker.
I know you do. I love to too. Well, I think the rabbit cam's going to have to catch this one. The rabbit cam's going to really punish me. The rabbit cam's going to really punish me.
Just take a look at June and tell you what do you have.
Make sure y'all show that one. Make sure this one hand makes it.
Elsewhere at the outer tables, you're looking at Sam Barnhart, who holds pocket kings pre-flop. Sam had 4-bet into Denilson Menezes from Brazil, who then moved all in. We're waiting for Barnhart's reaction.
Barnhart's been sitting here with the pocket kings for a while, and he doesn't want to call.
He has Menezes covered.
Somebody can call the clock if they want to.
I'm not going to do it.
This is tough. Sorry, guys.
Boy, Barnhart senses he might be beat. That's quite a sense.
Okay, this time I'm gonna lay this down.
Really?
I won't lay it down again.
He folds the kings.
Wait. Maybe he wants to show it. You want to show it for the camera?
Are they going to turn his hand over?
Can we see that hand? Show it. Can we turn it over? It's not
easy. And there they are.
I just had a feeling he had aces. I don't know. I mean, to me, that's the only way he can do. He had to have aces to do that. And then I thought maybe queens.
I thought he was bluffing.
I had queens. I thought maybe he had queens there, but I'm thinking, no, you're not going to push on Lynn. This is a big tournament here.
What a lay down.
Jeez.
All right, guys, Andy up.
Man, you don't know how close I came calling you.